then Coach is a dad now. Coach running around, so shout out to Coach Wilcox, we miss you. And now we have the opportunity, before some of you guys go off to college, to celebrate, and let me get this right, 4 sectionals in a row, because COVID broke up what could have been 5. 4 sectionals in a row, back-to-back state title, Baldwinsville BVille Boys Lacrosse. Now I ask you to applaud after we get to say championship, 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 2 state championships. Can we have a round of applause for the team, please? I just want to know how many times I can say championship here on the show today. So we have Carson Dyl, and we have Brayden back with me, Penafeather-Stevenson, a.k.a. Brayden PS. So Brayden, how are you? It's been a minute.
I know it's been a minute. I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing well. I believe we sat here talking about the hopes of a state title. So what's it like to sit here with me after we talked about the fact that you could get there, now being on stage at Pizza Man, having done exactly what you said you're going to do? What does that feel like?
Oh, it's been surreal to do it with your best friends. I mean, one time was great. I mean, we had our goals at the beginning of the season to do it again, and then it's sort of as the season went on, I mean, it just became more and more real that, I mean, this is definitely possible to do it again. I mean, it's been a blast, especially with all the new younger kids. It's been great.
Carson, you were sick last time.
I was sick.
Happy to have you here.
It's great to be here.
And Carson, for you to go through this run, this opportunity, this team, this season, what has this story for 2023 really felt like?
It was a surreal feeling, you know, getting back here. Obviously we had a chip, not really a chip, but a target on our back after winning last year. So, you know, to come back and be able to do it again, after putting in all the work and getting everybody's best shot every game. I know I can speak for us seniors. It felt awesome to leave here on top still, because we know the seniors last year got to, so to be able to do it this year was amazing.
And when you're a senior and you get to leave on the highest of notes, right? You win the last game all the way till the end, and then there's nothing after that except for this next chapter. For you as a senior to be able to leave that way, just what that truly feels like to you, to know that you won everything you possibly could.
It feels awesome. You know, it just makes me really proud of what we were able to leave behind as a senior group. And it just kind of, I think, shows hopefully the younger guys the blueprint for what's needed to get there again. But it feels great. You know, I'm super proud of everyone on our team, the coaches, the players, the support from the booster club and the town has been amazing. So it feels awesome. I wouldn't rather have left any other way.
Brayden, for you to have this exclamation point before you head off to college, just what these last few years have been like through your eyes, and to know that the last game that you ever played in high school is a victory.
I mean, it's great. I think COVID, opened everyone's eyes, and you don't really get many opportunities at it. And I myself played hockey, and a bunch of other kids on the team did, and we came up short a bunch in the sectional championship a couple times back-to-back years. But, we've had a lot of experience, definitely in lacrosse winning, and we knew what it took to win. And just to put it all together, I think we're just really fortunate to be in the situation that we are.
You're going to Richmond. Congratulations. Can we clap it up as he will be continuing on in Richmond? We're not going to talk about what the Spiders did to Syracuse men's basketball back in the day, because that was a 15 seed that beat Syracuse's 2 seed. But why did you choose Richmond?
It was just a perfect fit academically and athletically. Just a small school. It has like a high school feel in the classes, and just lacrosse-wise too, something I'm looking for. They're really competitive year in and year out, and just the team culture there, the coaches, everything fit what I was looking for.
You're heading a little bit of a distance away to Virginia. What's that going to be like for the family?
They're actually moving, so they're moving down to Charlotte, so it's a pretty big move right now. We're actually moving our house, so yeah. No, so they're moving to Charlotte in 4 hours compared to 8, so it's definitely going to be something new, opening a new chapter in my life as a graduate and now moving, so it's something exciting, you know.
Is it your fault that the house has being relocated to Charlotte, or no?
No, not my fault. They could have moved a while ago, but it was always their goal to get down there. We have a bunch of families, so it just makes sense.
So yeah, so they're closer to you, and historically, when you look back on this moment, you can take credit for it and say that you made the move happen.
Oh yeah.
So
That's one way.
So Carson, Fairfield,
Yep.
heading there to continue your career in lacrosse. Can we please give Carson a round of applause for Fairfield? So bring me into Fairfield and why that felt right for you.
Kind of just like what Brayden said. It just kind of had everything that I needed academically and athletically. I really love the campus, the feel that you get from being there. It's really nice. And then the coaching staff was amazing. The guys on the team are awesome. I already know a couple guys there. So it's I just thought it was the best fit for me and my future, and it sets me up for success. So that's why I chose there.
You're not going to be too far away. What's the distance for you?
It's like 4.5 with traffic, maybe.
Okay. So, I mean, I guess far enough, right?
Yeah, I think that also played a part.
Did you want that? You want a little bit of distance, feel like you went away somewhere?
Yeah, a little, but not too far. I thought 4 was kind of the perfect distance.
Okay, fair enough. Do we know if Richmond and Fairfield can schedule down the road here?
They played last year.
They did play last year,
Yeah, so
I'm sure once during the 4 years, hopefully we get to square off.
what would it be like for you guys to be on opposite sides for the first time?
That would be awesome. I'm not sure I'd be able to look at him and not laugh. I'm sure. With in a nice way. I don't know. That would be awesome though. It'd be a ton of fun. I hope we get to play against all the boys in college. But.
Brayden, what about you? If you saw Carson on the other side, what would that be like for
It'd
you?
be crazy. I mean, something different. I played with Carson my whole life. I mean, not just in lacrosse, but like soccer and everything else. But I mean, it'd be nuts. I know a bunch of the Fairfield guys, a couple of BVille guys there, some other guys I know. So it'd be pretty cool, honestly.
So, last time we were here, the notion was that Coach has maybe gotten a little softer being a dad now. Would you say that's fair, or is the thick skin back? Is the edge back? How would you describe Coach right now, Brayden?
I think he always has an edge, but I mean, he's opened the eyes a little bit more as he has a kid in his life. But I think he's the same old, but he's definitely got a little soft side to him still,
Okay. What would you say, Carson? Has he changed in fatherhood?
I don't think he's changed too much. I think he's got the same edge. I think, if anything, he's maybe just a little more tired from taking care of the baby so much. But, he definitely still wasn't scared to put us on the line if we messed up or give us a good little yell. So I don't think he's changed too much.
For this team stepping forward as you guys are turning that page to college, you talked about some of the young guys and a blueprint, right? You mentioned the blueprint, Carson. What is maybe some of those foundational pieces or those really important key elements to the blueprint that you want the young guys to remember when they go into next season?
I'd say just playing together, always having, the guy next to you's back, doing the things in the off season that maybe other schools aren't doing. So I know Coach Wilcox is great about that, but going to the school, maybe just hit the wall during the winter or during the fall when you've got other sports, but you can still make some time getting after it in the weight room, and then just doing whatever you can to keep your stick in your hand and stay tight as a group, making smart decisions and always playing together. I feel like, I'm sure Brayden would agree, that's why I think we had so much success, is because we were always such a tight-knit group, and we knew where someone was going to be without even having to look. Like, just stuff like that. The little things make the big things happen. So, just stuff like that.
That's a good quote. Little things make the big things happen. Brayden, what would you add to that as the blueprint for these guys?
Hard work, dedication, all those things like Carson said. Not getting too big of a head. Always sort of play with a chip on your shoulder. Keep working hard. Just enjoy the moments, I noticed my senior year flew by looking back at it now. Just, enjoy the ride, have some fun, and, just have some fun.
When you look at these guys that are off camera right now, Brayden, what are some words that would describe them?
Wild,
Okay.
Unpredictable a lot of times. We got some characters, but we also got some really smart kids. I'm looking at Ryan Quinn right now.
Okay. What about you, Carson? What would you say? What are some words to describe these guys?
I'd say we definitely got some goofballs. I'd say we do have a lot of hard workers, some funny kids, also some more idle kids. You know, we got a great mix right here that I'm looking at actually.
What's an idle kid?
You just kind of are in your own element, one would say.
Okay.
Maybe almost just observing or doing, just hanging out.
Sort of still or mute, like you just don't do much.
Okay.
You're just existing.
So,
just existing, yeah.
So if the future team was to make a boy band, who would be the 2 lead singers of that boy band? Who are the front runners? Because you say idol and I think of a different thing. So Carson, if you had to pick boy band, you're thinking personality, you're thinking someone who's not afraid of crowds, someone who could be like a ham, so to speak, and want the spotlight. Who are the 2 lead singers of the future Baldwinsville BVille Boys Lacrosse team?
I gotta go with Trevor Sutton and probably Anthony Nicolucci, idol man himself. I feel like those 2, the amount of hours they have on Guitar Hero is probably absurd. So I'm sure they do just fine in a boy band.
Okay. How many hours would you say a week they're on Guitar Hero?
I don't know. If I had to guess, it depends on the night. I'd say it could be up to maybe 5 or 6 hours a night sometimes.
Okay.
It just kind of depends. I'm thinking maybe 8 hours a week. I don't know. Something light like that.
Okay.
He's definitely good. They're definitely very good. I respect it. It's an idle thing to do, one would say.
Okay. Brayden, the boy band of 2024 for this team, who are the 2 leads?
You know, I'd have to agree with Carson, but 2 other candidates. Kyle Levy, Big Moose. I mean, he doesn't really talk much. Got a deep voice, but I feel like he can hit the high notes once in a while. And a kid that's pretty wild. I mean, I don't know, like what's up with this kid, Iggy Omenico. Like, look at him. He's just staring out the window right now. I'm talking about him. So the kid's wild at times, and he folks it. I don't even know. So he's got some size to him. I think it would come out.
He looks very calm.
Yeah.
No?
Right now.
Right now he's calm.
Right now, if you get him going, he gets off.
Okay, so en route to the state title, Brayden, I'm going to stay with you on this one. I want the most calm personality on the team en route to this state title. I want the craziest human being on the team. And so we have calm, we have crazy, and I want the most emotional on the run.
Okay, most calm person, Anthony Nicolucci. I agree. We're getting ready for a big game and we're getting hyped up, and you just look over there and he's just straight face. But when the whistle blows, he's aggressive. He's a dog. He's a dog.
Okay.
Craziest person, he's not here. Will Weekly. This kid will probably jump off tables and start breaking them like Bill's Mafia style.
Okay.
Most emotional, I would have to say Keegan. He's always giving the best pep talks, everything like that, keeping the boys in line. So.
Okay. Same question, Carson, from your point of view.
I'd have to agree with 2 of them. I think Anthony is definitely by far the most calm soul we have on the team. I think Keegan's the most emotional. He was a great leader for us this year. But I gotta say the craziest. I think I gotta go with shout out to Aiden Lyman. That kid, he's something out of a cartoon, to be honest with you. So
Okay.
I'm gonna have to go with him for my craziest pick.
How does that happen? How is he someone out of a cartoon? Go a little bit deeper into that.
He loves to do some dances. He has funny comments. He's always adding something funny to the conversation, whether it's in the locker room, on the bus, maybe just even in the hallway. His outfits are also very
Questionable.
Okay.
He has had about 14 different haircuts this last year I've known him. A couple buzz cuts. He had bleached hair at one point. He had normal hair. But I just think altogether he's a very crazy individual. I love him. He's one of my best friends, but
Yeah.
it's crazy.
But unique.
Very, very unique. That's a great way to describe
A
it.
loud personality, another way to describe it, maybe, in a way.
Yeah, I'd say a loud.
Or a loud
person.
style, maybe. All right, well, since you guys are seniors, I would like, Carson, you first. Your favorite Coach Wilcox memory?
All right. Put me on the spot here. There's a lot to pick from.
There's a time capsule. We're going to go back and look at this someday.
Yeah. Let's see. My favorite has got to be maybe the first time I ever got to see him bust out some dance moves. It was sophomore year after we won the sectional championship. We didn't have a locker room, so we all gathered in a big little mosh pit in the parking lot, and he just moved it away. I didn't know he could still move. It was great. It definitely put a smile on all of our faces, and it made that win even sweeter. So I'd have to say that's probably my favorite Coach Wilcox memory.
What did he do that was so unique, dance moves wise?
Well, he loves the sprinkler. He might have broken out the worm. He broke out the worm a couple times for us.
Okay.
He did do one move with his belt that almost took off Colin Doyle's head one year. He swung his belt in the air. That was probably one of my favorites.
Okay.
And then he threw in a little twerk once in a while too. It was a great mix. It was a great combo.
There's the Wilcox twerk.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, all right. I think that needs to be a yearly thing, maybe.
And if they keep winning, they get to keep seeing
The
seeing him
twerk,
dance.
the worm, the belts. There's a lot of moves for Coach.
Oh, for sure. He's still got it. 100%.
All right, still got it. Brayden, favorite Coach moment?
Oh, there's a lot. I mean, he's had some great dance moves, some pretty questionable ones.
Very true.
There's some times I've heard he's eating turf on the sidelines and grass. But my favorite one has to be at the beginning of this year. We have a scrimmage, and we're watching film, I think, the following, Monday or Tuesday. And he's chewing gum or, he's chewing like a mint or something. Yeah, cough drop. He's chewing a cough drop, okay? And we're watching film, and one of our coaches is on the computer, and the other one's pointing out stuff. And the one pointing out stuff, Coach Borkowski, is dying laughing the whole time. So 5 of us are dying laughing. Coach Wilcox has no idea. 15 minutes go by, and he's like, "What's going on, boys?" And the whole team is dying laughing. And he's like, "What?" And he's like, "Have you guys been hearing me chew so loud?" We're like, "Oh, yeah." So, I mean, that's
the chew? The chew sticks out to
he
you?
was chewing his cough drop, and it was just so loud.
Okay. All right, so subtle but loud
Yeah.
for Coach. All right, well, we're going to play rapid fire, but right before we do that, to be champions once is a blessing, right? It's an honor. It's a privilege. To be multi-time champions is something few people can say in any sport at any level in the world. There's a ton of people that will play on an athletic program and never win a championship their entire career at any level. So Carson, for you to be a multi-time champion, when you go to sleep at night and you think about that, what's in your head? What lasts with you to say, I did something with my teammates, with my brothers, that some people never get to do, and then it happened again after that?
Yeah, I'd say, first of all, just extremely proud of each and every kid that I've played with at Baldwinsville. Extremely happy just to be able to leave our mark and kind of leave these two teams that we've been on in Baldwinsville history forever. That's something that not a lot can say, and I'm just really proud of that. And then also, just the memories that I've made. It's almost like at this point the championship's been like a bonus, because that's forever too, but so are all the friendships and the memories that we've made every single day in the locker room, on the field, on the bus. That's the stuff that I'll remember, when I'm gone, and that's the stuff I'm going to miss the most. So I'm just grateful to be able to have that and also some championships.
Can we clap that up? That's great. That was good. Friendships, bonds forever more than championships. That's some big words, Carson. I appreciate that. Brayden, it's a tough act to follow, but to do something that's not been done by so many and won't be done by so many till the end of time is win a championship, to do it and then do it again. Just what goes through your mind and your heart when you reflect on the fact that you're in a very, very small company.
Oh, I mean, I feel like there are no words to describe it. I mean, just really excited and grateful. But like Coach Wilcox said it, and I feel like we take it for granted maybe a little bit. I mean, not in a bad way, but he said we're the first team, I think, in Baldwinsville history, sports-wise, to go back-to-back for a state championship. And I feel like right now, we're having a great time. It's summer, and school's about to start up for all and people going to college and high school. But, looking back on it 5, 10, 20 years, I mean, just the friendships that we have, I mean, it's great. I mean, I think we're going to really cherish it later on in life, but right now, I mean, I feel like there are no words to describe it. It just adds to the fun.
Yeah, I love that. Friendships, once again. Big time shout out to the relationships that you build. So let's play rapid fire. We got a couple apiece. Brayden, you get to start. You can ask me anything.
Ooh, I had some good ones last time. I don't know.
Yeah, you did. What did you just say?
What's your favorite movie and why?
Favorite movie? Oh, man. I love movies. I love screenwriting too, so that's a tough one to say. I'd probably have to say I like Liar Liar. It's a good movie. It's a Jim Carrey movie, and I can recite probably the entire movie. So it's. Did you say Jim Carrey's here? Who's Jim Carrey?
Right there.
Oh, very nice. So yeah, but Liar Liar, fantastic movie. And then I'd probably say Remember the Titans sticks out. I mean, there's a lot of them. Sandlot. There's a lot of good movies out there. But Liar Liar, I like comedy. All right, Brayden, I'm going to ask you one here. Brayden, you have to have an actor currently out there working who's going to play you in a movie. What actor do you choose to play you in a major motion picture?
No, I'm not saying that. Okay, the boys saying Miles Finch. That's just nowhere close. I'd say Mark Wahlberg. I don't know why, but
okay.
I feel like Mark Wahlberg would fit my role. Yeah.
All right. Mark Wahlberg, not bad. Most of the things that he does end up successful.
Yeah.
We'll go with that. All right, Carson, what's your first one for me?
My question is, let's think. If you are on a desert island and you need to bring 3 things, you're limited to 3 and 3 only. What are you bringing?
Is there food on the island or no?
Yeah, you've got some bananas, some fruits, some coconuts. You'll be all right.
Okay, so I don't have to worry about bringing food.
No need for food.
All right, I'm bringing my dog, Lily. I'm bringing a pen and a pad because I like to create, and if I'm going to be on a deserted island, I'm going to be creating a lot of stuff. And I guess I'd bring a flare so that I can get off that island eventually.
That's a good answer.
I gotta bring a flare. All right.
I like that answer.
Thank you. All right, Carson. All right. Carson, you have to become an animal. You have to become an animal for a week. And everybody in the community is going to know that this animal is you. So what do you become, and who do you trust to take care of you?
So if I'm the animal, but I'm still living my same life.
Yeah. So you become an animal, but you obviously can't speak. Like you become the animal itself, but you have to trust somebody to take care of you as this animal. What animal do you become, and what teammate do you think will actually take care of you as an animal?
For my animal, I gotta go with, I'll go with a lion. I feel like being a lion, walking around here would be pretty cool. I feel like things would be easy. I'd get a lot of cool looks. Maybe people would pet me. That'd be cool. And then to take care of me, I gotta go with just Greg Marinelli. I've seen the way that he and his family take care of their dog, and I feel like I'd have their dog, dude. Yeah, I feel like I'd have a great time hanging out with Greg and his dog at the Marinelli household.
All right, fair enough. I like that. Brayden, what's your last question for me?
Ooh, I gotta think of this one. What's your favorite type of cheer? No, I'm joking. Oh, this is an interesting one. Last meal. Let's say you're on death row. I don't know why, but
Okay.
what? Like you can order like I don't know a whole warehouse full of food, or you could order like on one meal. What would you order?
Well, being Italian and Hispanic, I'm smart enough to never be on death row. So,
You never know though.
family takes care of stuff. So,
Saying you're in the mob?
I'm not saying anything.
All right.
I'm saying I'm Italian and Hispanic, and I appreciate your question. So, I would say if I was on death row for some reason, I'd have to have a meal that lasts long enough for somebody to break me out. So, I'm probably doing like a 7-course Italian meal, followed by a bunch of Hispanic food so that I can get a couple hours in and it'll give me enough time to get out. So I'll enjoy the food and I'll leave the nachos hot when I escape. That's how I look at it. All right, Brayden. That was an interesting question. So let's say, Brayden, you, Carson, and I are going on a road trip. Who is driving? Who is handling the music? Who's bringing the snacks? And the fourth part is we're on this road trip to go save somebody from going to jail, and it's one of your teammates. So what teammate are we getting out of trouble, and which one of us is food, which one of us is music, which one of us is driving? So this is like a buddy cop film to go save somebody.
Okay. In the car, I think we got you driving. You seem very responsible and everything. You get us to the location.
All right, I'll
We got
drive.
Carson on music. I mean, he was on music in the locker room a bunch of the times, and I think I can take care of the snacks.
Okay.
You can't go wrong with snacks. But
So in this feature film, who are we going to save?
we're gonna save some of my good friends. Garrett Sutton. This kid could get in trouble for a lot of different reasons. I don't know. I feel like this kid's gonna end up in jail for some reason. I'm gonna read about it. And,
Oh my goodness.
yeah.
He looks
Look at him.
like
He's
a
wearing a
convict
fitter right now. Like, yeah. We're going to get this kid out of jail.
Okay, so we're going to get Garrett Sutton out of jail in this movie. All right, Carson, what's your last question?
My last question. If you could live anywhere and you didn't have to work, you didn't have to pay, you could pick anywhere in the world to live, including outer space, where would you live?
Outer space is intriguing. It is. But I would probably say, well, the way that this country is, like, in this moment, and the amount of money I just spent on groceries for, like, 6 things, I would probably go to an island to not have to deal with many of the people, but I would bring my favorite people, and that means I would bring the Baldwinsville community with me. I would bring you guys with
Thank
me.
you.
So
Very
I don't even get a clap for that. I get an
Oh,
awe.
yeah. Give it up. Give it up. Give it up.
Yeah. I got to bring some sanity, so I got to bring some of my community. So, but yeah, I'm going to go to an island. I'm going to go to an island that nobody knows about, that's not on a map, that you can't find, and it's really, really hard to get to. And that's where I'm going to go. Because I think all of us within the last 3 years have considered going to an island somewhere. So I would probably do that. All right, Carson. If you were skydiving and the parachute broke off and you had to trust one of your teammates to jump out of the plane after you midair, catch you and save your life, what teammate do you believe would jump out and put their life at risk with their parachute to save you?
You know, this might be a controversial answer, but I'm actually going to go with Trevor Sutton. Because I feel like he lives his life as like a daredevil almost. And he's also an outdoorsman.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, that's, yeah. Well, he's an outdoorsman, so I feel like he'd have some type of idea of maybe how to jump, and just kind of maybe save my life. I don't know. I feel like I would trust him. Well, I actually don't trust him, but I would let him do that.
You don't trust him, but you would have him try to save your life.
Yeah, I don't know. I just
That's
feel
an
like he
interesting
could
answer.
Just pull something out of nowhere, and let's just hope he's not preoccupied. But if he wasn't preoccupied, then he would be able to save me probably.
Very, very strange answer from Carson to say, I don't trust him. I don't know if he'll be focused. I don't know if he'll be preoccupied, but he's the person that'll save my life.
There's just something about him. I don't know.
He's also really wild and dumb enough to do it. He'd probably jump out. He'd probably jump out of the airplane without his own parachute.
I look at half these guys. I don't think they'd even go up in the plane to go skydiving. So
Yeah.
I'm looking at
He was
Judson.
one I
That
would
kid
pick.
would never get in an airplane.
I want to know this kind of as a bonus. Which teammate do you think, if you all went up skydiving as a team, would stay on the plane and refuse to jump?
That's interesting. I don't know who it would be.
Who would not go? And I asked this question because my mom just said to me that she said this to me recently. She wants to jump out of a plane with me, and she wants to parachute out of a plane, which I never thought my mom would do. So I want to know who wouldn't do it on your team.
We both agree on this one with Lucas Mattoon. Moody. He's always a little anxious, always asks some questions. I feel like he would get up there and be like, I think we're fine to go. Yeah. Like he'd just start worrying, having a panic attack.
Okay. So from that to someone on your team that would jump without a parachute, as you said, Brady.
I mean, I would explain it this way. Trevor would probably tackle him out of the airplane.
Okay. So he would make him go.
Yeah.
All right.
Trevor could definitely get Moody to jump out of the airplane
Okay.
by forcing it.
All right. So with that being said, this has been a Baldwinsville Bees Boys Lacrosse sectional title, back-to-back state title celebration from Pizza Man on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, 50 Oswego Street, Baldwinsville, New York. Thank you for watching. We got a couple more teammates coming up, but please, may we celebrate Carson Dyl and Brayden Penafeather-Stevenson. And gentlemen, God bless, and I hope you have a great time out in Richmond and Fairfield.